Welcome back, everyone. Going into the final portion here of roleplay Mirrorshades. Still, week 7, 8, or who knows?
26, 48. I feel like we've been doing
48,
this
yeah.
forever.
I don't. You said it at the beginning and it didn't stick. Anyways, Adam, please continue.
Yeah, so Hadia is on stage and begins her speech, and then there's a burst of gunfire outside. Some people in the audience like scream. Hadia gets down like immediately because she's had practice at this. What does everybody do?
So, when you say shots, we hear them outside.
Like several bursts of submachine gunfire.
I, of course, go from being like super, super bored. Like, this is more boring than the time that I made an experimental avant garde music video where I literally watched paint dry and we had to take several shots of it and going to like super alert. Like, I just immediately knock over the table and tell everyone to get down and like get down behind it with my gun.
Okay. Awesome.
I pull up my lapel and I go, "Do you hear that? I can't see you nod,
your-
Ron.
Your lapel doesn't answer you.
I actually need to ask, like, I can pretty much, well, first off, how far is the business center from where the gala is?
It's like just through the lobby and then into the ballroom.
Great. So what do I see? Because I don't want to rush to you guys and then find out that I run right into the people who are here attacking. So I assume I have front cameras.
You've got
I see.
Yeah, you've got a camera on a bunch of the cameras in the parking garage. There's a camera aimed at the little U where people pull up to take their switch their car out.
All right.
There's a
Where
one in the
do
lobby.
where do I see the gunfire happening from?
So you don't see the actual guns being fired, but about 2 seconds after, you see a group of.
I will say I make an action before anything else occurs.
Yeah,
but,
you got mad reflexes.
Yeah,
but-
so go ahead and tell whatever happens.
Okay, so yeah, this is happening, but your action will supersede it. So you see a bunch of dudes. Like there's probably like at least a half dozen of them. They're wearing like long robes, and they've got like pointed hoods pulled out. They're basically like KKK outfits. The pointed hoods pulled up, and they're all carrying like MP5s basically, and they come into your view in the little like U. You see one of Carter's guys like go to get a gun out, and that guy just gets mowed down. And then they like move into the lobby. They're headed that way towards the ballroom.
So if I was to leave here and go through the lot, like I could not go through the lot. I could not get to the gala without them basically, like me running into them.
Yeah.
How many people do I see?
There are 8 total that you count.
8?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. There are 8 people coming to kill you right now.
Am I still near Carter at all?
You're probably the closest of all the players to him. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, you see him when there's gunfire. You see him like get up.
So
But Crusher, well, yeah. What did you do as soon
when
as
I
the guns?
the second that I hear the gunfire,
Yeah.
my brain goes, armor's upstairs, Hadia's here, gunfire near. I run at Hadia, grab her, throw over my shoulder, and run to the fucking elevator.
Okay. Yeah. So you hear her scream, and then just pick her up and throw her over your shoulder. Like she's not like. I mean, she's an orc, right? So she's pretty heavy.
I'm more concerned at the speediness than the. She might get a bruise from how forceful I am in terms of grabbing her as fast as possible and getting to the elevator to go upstairs.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you have her like over your shoulder, and you're gonna run for the exit to get to the lobby. So I'll just draw it out like real quick and terribly. So there's like the little turnaround outside. There's some sidewalk, and then there's the door leading into the lobby. There's the lobby, and it's less slanty than that. There's like a desk. There's a check-in desk on one side. The business center is this way.
Okay.
Over there. And then the ballroom, there's like stairs that go up here, and the ballroom is on the second floor up here.
So that's like the car part. That's
And there's a bank of elevators. The car, yeah, out. So the dudes are all coming in this way.
Okay, gotcha.
And Bonbon, you are over here in the business center.
And where are
And
the
the only
elevators?
way is the only exit to the business center into the lobby.
No, there's another exit into a hallway that goes off onto because there's other conference rooms and stuff. So there's like a door here, and a door
Okay.
over here, and they lead into hallways that run this way. The business center is across the hall from the lobby. If any of that makes sense.
I gotcha. Okay.
Where is the elevator?
So that's circled green area there. That's the elevator bank, and it goes up to the second floor too. So you can leave the ballroom and run straight to the elevator bank if you want.
But there's a chance that they'll come up the stairs pretty soon.
Yeah, this is well. They don't
I guess
even
I
need to
wouldn't
go
know
up the
that, right?
stairs. Yeah, they don't even need to go up the stairs. This is a mezzanine, so they'll see you with her over your shoulder. But you bust the doors open, and that's when they come in. So from the business center, I guess, Bonbon, you see that. You see Crusher going for the elevators, and you see the guys come out, and there's like pillars you can hide behind where the actual elevators are.
All right,
there's
well,
like a
this
section
is-
here, but they can see this upper area.
All right, there has to be some higher level of security. Are there any like blast doors I can drop or anything like that? Can I set off a fire alarm?
Let's do that thing where we use the mechanics that the game has for us for combat and roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh, whoa.
Wait, do I roll initiative in the Matrix?
Yeah,
I do, right?
yes, but
'Cause all my
just,
shit still
you
takes
just use your
rounds.
matrix stats for that. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So what is it based off of?
Use the initiative thing that I got here.
Wait, what number do we add for initiative?
Your
Reaction.
Your reaction.
So it's your die and then the reaction added to it.
Fuck. But I'm in. Where the
I
hell
see.
is? Yeah. 5.
There's the tracker. Okay. Can you roll that again, Crusher? I just want to make sure that it's getting added to the turn order.
Is that possible?
Whoa.
That's not possible.
It didn't.
You wouldn't be rolling 5d6.
What?
It's just 1d6 plus your reaction.
Oh, 1d6 plus 1. I'm
Yeah.
an.
It's okay.
Oh.
Number of
shit. There we
dice.
go.
And then your
I
reaction.
can't keep my 15. That's a good fucking roll, Adam.
Do I roll 2?
I'm just curious why it's
It's not being
adding-
added. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not adding them directly.
It says there currently aren't any tokens on this page. Did you move us to a different page without tokens?
No, it shouldn't matter because the thing. Let me try mine, and then if it doesn't work, I'll just do them by hand because I can still do that, and then I'll fix it later. Okay, so these guys have a reaction of 3. Yeah, it's totally not. Okay, whatever.
So
All
it
right.
was 15 for me. Breakdown was an 8. Bonbon was a 5. Humanus was a 7.
Yeah.
Did you roll, Kaitlyn?
No, do I roll 2?
Yeah,
Everyone, I
everybody-
assume,
yeah,
for
everybody
initiative,
roll.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What was it again?
It's whatever your initiative is. It's D6 plus your reaction.
Pressure. You go on 15 and 8 and 1. That's nice. Breakdown. Oh, you get 2 actions. Breakdown. You go on 8 and 1.
That's right, because I knew they were coming.
And then Bonbon, you got a 5, right? That was yours.
Yeah. I think.
Bonbon
Yeah.
goes on 5.
Knight's
And Knight's Ass goes on 7.
Did I do it wrong?
No, that's
What's
fine.
your character's reaction? No, you got it right. Your reaction is 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Okay.
my reaction's 5.
Okay.
Because
so you
I have-
actually got 8.
Yeah, I got.
Okay, so Bonbon, you and Breakdown both go on 8 and 1. Lots of things happening on 8 and 1. Okay, so Crusher, you were first. You go on 15. What are you going to do?
Do I make so? Is it counted as a reaction for me to run to the elevator, like to grab Hadia and run to the elevators?
Yeah, because I think we start as soon as the gunfire
goes
goes
off.
off. So
Okay.
yeah, so the 15 was you, and you can move your movement or your quickness, I think, in meters.
So 2.
Your quickness is only 2? Okay, yeah, you're slow. So even double that, 4 meters in an action. So it's going to take you a couple rounds to cross they might be up the stairs by that time. So you've picked her up and you're just running across the ballroom, right?
Yeah.
Let me double check how much you can move at top speed if you're only moving.
Yeah,
Because I actually think it's a multiplier of your. Yeah, here we go. It's 3 times your quickness.
So I can move So it's 2, so I can move 6 meters.
6 meters, yeah.
Fuck,
So-
that's slow. Okay.
Okay, so you're pounding your way across the floor, holding her over your shoulder. So that's on 15. On 8, Breakdown, Bonbon, and Crusher again. So Crusher, you keep running.
Do I see them coming up the stairs at this
No,
point?
not yet. They
Yeah,
haven't.
then I
They're
would keep
just getting
running.
into the lobby.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
game it to where like obviously I'm gonna turn around, but
Yeah, once you get out there, sure. Okay, Breakdown and Bonbon, what are you guys doing?
So let me just make sure I get this straight. Crusher and Breakdown can actually see in the dark, right?
I think so. You guys have
Yes.
low
I
light.
have night vision.
I have thermo.
Yeah, low light, yeah.
thermal
But
vision or
Night
whatever.
Sass cannot.
Correct.
Okay.
Are you
whose
gonna
turn
turn out
is
the
it?
lights?
Maybe
It's
I am.
You and I.
It's you and
Isn't this entire gala filled with metahumans?
There are more metahumans than would be in a place like this on average, yeah.
So metahumans in general right now are going to have the advantage over humans in terms of low light vision.
Yeah, and if
Right.
the humanist, if the
Wait, what
humanist
about
is to
the
believe-
what about the hotel security force?
So dwarves, yeah, dwarves see infrared. Elves can see in dim light, but if it's totally dark, they
Oh.
can't see. But it wouldn't be totally dark, right? 'Cause there's-
you can't fire a gun. It's okay.
And
And
then orcs have enhanced low light vision, and trolls see in infrared. So there you go.
So, what about the security, the hotel security?
They don't appear to have night vision goggles. So.
Well, wait, are they human? Is what I'm asking.
Predominantly, yeah.
Okay. We'll hold off on that. Are there any other defensive systems within the hotel that I might be able to utilize in this situation?
The hotel does not have any built-in. They've never been attacked before. They'll probably invest in some now, but they don't have any like.
Is there a giant screen projecting anything at this gala?
Yeah, there's the big overhead screen.
All right, I'm gonna actually shoot the lobby cameras
Okay.
to that big screen so that everyone inside that room knows the moment that they are gonna come through those doors.
What a hot shit hacker you are. Good call.
Fuck
Okay.
yeah, man.
That's a very smart idea. Okay, so Crusher, you have your back to the screens now, but Nightsass and Breakdown, you can both see suddenly the in panels, like it drops out the names, and then they become big black and white grainy security footage of the lobby, and you see these like hooded goons bust into the lobby with their MP5s.
How far is the lobby from the gala?
Not very. Like it depends on where you are, like close to the stage or not, but it's directly connected by way of these staircases and the mezzanine. It's like 10 feet up, and then
Did I notice that any of the guards had guns on them?
yeah, they all have pistols.
Oh, okay. I want to orient myself so that I'm near the stage. I'm near the elevator.
Okay, and what's your quickness?
It is 5.
Okay, so you can run 20 meters in one turn. So yeah, you can get yourself like pretty much wherever you need to within a certain
Okay.
distance.
I want to
So
be
wait-
near like the escape elevator that Crusher took.
So Crusher hasn't got to the elevator yet. The elevators are outside of the room. Also,
Oh, through the lobby?
we'll deal with that when we get there. Yeah.
Oh.
They're not through the lobby, but you have to leave the ballroom, and then they're like right there.
Is there a path that I know of that will take me to them that's like away from the lobby?
No.
Okay. So Crusher is running right into them?
He's running in that direction, yep.
he's trying to get upstairs to get his armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stay where I am.
Okay. You're gonna hang out? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, breakdown?
So I'm trying to remember what Engulf does. Like if I were to summon an air spirit, what it could do with Engulf. I think it stuns, right?
Engulf gives the being a
air
power
critters?
to draw its victim into itself or the terrain or element appropriate to its nature. The victim is subject to all effects of being submerged in the substance, the least of which is usually suffocation, except if they're made out of air, in which case it would just like toss them around and fuck with them.
Right.
Yeah, so you make your spirit could make a little hurricane and or a tornado and pick somebody up and move them around.
Right. So if I summoned a strong enough bird spirit, it could just
Yeah, you
just
could engulf
knock
them.
everybody back.
Well, it would have to pick a target and go after them. But it could.
Oh,
Yeah,
it can't do multiple people.
It could help
Just
you
one.
fight, but also you're inside right now.
Right. So it would be hard for me to summon it.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Oh shit.
If you could get outside, you could summon a sky spirit, but you have to be able to at least see the open sky.
Right.
Sherlock, get out of here.
Knocks over everything. Okay.
Vanished.
Shoot. Okay. What floor are we on? First floor?
Yeah, you're on the second floor.
It's got to be a kitchen. Did I say that?
Kitchen?
And then an exit from the kitchen. There always is.
No coaching.
Well,
I didn't.
what I was thinking was
Don't
if
read
we were
Skype chat.
if we were on the first floor, then I could bust open a window.
Yeah,
and
you're
then climb out
definitely not
window,
on the
but
first floor.
we're not on the first floor.
Yeah, the ballroom is a sealed room.
Shoot. Let me look at the map again.
Look at the map.
I can summon from an astral form, right?
Yes. But drain is different, I think. I think it's more risky because you don't have your body to buffer the magic.
Right.
But I think it's possible. Let me just double check. Astral space. Yeah, I mean, I think you just use your stats like normal. I don't see anything here about astral body, blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. No, you could go astral and go outside, and try and call
Okay.
on a spirit there.
I look around to see if there's a place I can hide my body.
Under a table, maybe, or
I climb under a table and then I go, Bon, I'm gonna leave my body, so bye. It'll be fine.
break down and out.
Yeah, basically. And then I just go astral.
No, God.
Okay. All right, so you can move and then go, just hide under a table and go limp. Someone's gonna find you lying on the ground. Okay.
Okay, they'll think I'm dead. Maybe.
Yep.
No, I breathe. It's fine.
Okay, breakdown, Bon. So Knight's Ass, you said you were just gonna stay where you are. That's your plan.
Yeah. I'm
Keep an eye on
waiting
the
for them
doors.
to enter to get some sick shots off.
Okay. All right. So they're gonna move their movement in. They're humans, so they're about as fast as you are. So they can get they bust in, and everybody can see this who's looking either at the screens or is Bon. They come running in. Yeah, there are 8 of them. Somebody at the desk. There's someone hiding behind the desk. A guy just unloads a burst into the wood of the desk, and wood chips fly everywhere. And whoever's behind the desk is probably dead now. And then they split into 2 groups of 4 and start running up the set of stairs. They finish their turn just at the top of the stairs.
Oh, so they don't go into the gala at all.
Well, they're on their way up there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're running up the stairs towards it. Crusher, Breakdown, and Bon, you all get one more action.
At this point, everyone inside at least can see what's happening outside, right?
Yeah, anyone who looks at the screen, they can see what's happening in the
So,
lobby.
what's the general reaction in that room
Panic.
right now?
Total fucking panic. Everybody's
What do I see
on
the
the ground.
security guards are doing?
They are, it looks like they're getting ready to come out another way. They've mostly left this room. Carter and a few of them are still in the gala room, but he sent some other guys down another hallway to try and flank the dudes that are coming in.
Okay. Can I tap into their comm system? I assume they have some sort of walkie-talkie or comm system.
Yeah.
And I see that there are 4 about ready to come through the main door.
like four of Carter's dudes? Because
Yeah.
the
No, I'm
goons-
sorry. 4 of the goons.
Yeah, they're like on these stairs now. Like they've moved up.
And the stairs lead up to the.
Yeah.
I see.
The second floor.
And where'd the
first
other
floor.
4 go? We don't.
Oh, they split. Like 4 went up each set of stairs.
Oh, I see. So can I just like tap into their comms and position at the doors? They're coming through.
Yeah, you just want to announce that through Carter's like team.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So those guys, they like you see this. Anyone who's inside, like Night Assassins, you see them like flip a table and get behind it with their guns and like point them at the door.
Who else gets another move? I know I
you do.
but-
Yeah.
I do too.
Okay.
Yeah. You do Breakdown and Bonbon.
Oh, okay. Breakdown. What are you gonna do?
So my astral form like stands up from my body. You know, this is like handsome, well dressed, good looking Breakdown. I just like walk through the wall.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you travel at like hyperspeed when you're in astral
Yeah.
form, right? So you can just like fly. You can literally pick a direction and just fly out of the building, like through the
You
walls.
have no
and, like-
clip right now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. No,
No
clip,
clip.
and you don't have to run on the floor either. You can just fly. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah, you're
I get outside of
outside.
the building and then I don't do any of this dumb bullshit because that's real stupid. I just hold out one hand like this and just close my eyes and summon.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you just use force of will to conjure a spirit now. What force do you want to summon it at?
It needs to be strong enough. This one isn't about intelligence, it's about strength.
Yeah, I mean it's all the same. Like the force determines all its stats. So
Right. I'll go 5 again.
okay.
So, okay. My dice pool is 6. My target number is 5.
Nice.
Damn.
Well done.
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
It's a good
So how
roll.
is this spirit summoned? Like, how is it different? Because you've never summoned anything like straight from the astral plane before.
Right. So where before as Breakdown, it like came down very fluidly and kind of quietly and peacefully. This one comes down almost like a shockwave. It's just like there, and
Yeah,
it's
like a-
big
like a
and it's
fucking-
powerful.
Cool. Is
Yeah.
it still like a dove or a pigeon, or is it like a thunderbird or like a hawk or something?
It's like a large hawk. Yeah,
Cool.
just like ready to go.
Breakdown. Only super cool, and there's no one around to see it.
Exactly.
Cool. All right. So in the astral space, like ripples, and like I think that probably there are people in the like maybe nobody notices, but there are people in the gala that like all kind of like look in the same direction, like they hear the like astral thunderclap, and yeah, this like sky spirit bird appears before you.
Do I see it?
Let's see. No, it's all happening in astral space outside, kind of like hovering in the sky.
Okay.
Make your resistance tests.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Do drain.
Is drain any different in astral form?
No.
My dice pool is willpower, right?
Yes, it is your willpower attribute. Oh no, sorry, it's your charisma attribute.
Charisma?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
charisma, and the difficulty is 5. Okay, and it was 5 spirit, so M to L, L to nothing. Cool. Yeah, you resist the drain.
What a boss.
Nicely done.
Living it up.
So, at this point, am I at the elevators, Adam?
So
Am I
you've
right
run a
next to the
total.
elevators?
You've run a total of 18 meters now. So you're like at the doors of the gallery.
And I'm at the doors to the gallery.
Yeah, you run slow.
Can I get to the elevators, press the button, and get prepped for a shot?
You'll be at the doors at the end of this turn. So you're like hand on the door, and you can like push it open at the end of this turn.
Okay, yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
I still have a turn, right?
Yeah, you do.
So I have one question. Can I use analyze from the Matrix to say analyze the CCTV to identify which is the wizard, or if there is a wizard among the group?
There
You
is
know there's a wizard
literally
because I told you.
there's
What?
literally no way to tell just by
Okay.
looking at a person that they're a wizard, but you can make a really, really difficult perception test to see if they're carrying any talismans or like obvious like
Then
items on them that make them.
But
look
how
like
would that be analyzed from like the Matrix?
No, that would just be you using your eyeballs to try to figure out like.
Are you trying to find which one is, or the fact that there is one?
No,
I'm
you know
just-
that there is.
Yeah,
I know that there is a wizard amongst them.
Yeah,
Okay.
because Dodger told
Breakdown.
you.
Yeah, Breakdown said it.
Okay. So before this all begins, I
It was
go
nice
to
knowing you all.
I go to thetube.com and I load up Blood Rave from Blade and I just start playing it over over the and then
Playing the Mortal Kombat theme.
I would shit. I'm not ready to find the lights, but okay, here's what I want to do. Certainly the hotel has a security contract on top of their own force that they have.
They yeah.
can
I mean,
I
the
dig
Sheraton
for that?
the Sheraton has a contract with Lone Star, and it's almost certainly already been like called in. So there's cops on the way for sure.
Oh, it already has.
Oh yeah, Carter. First thing he did was call the cops.
Okay. Can I lock the doors? Actually, I don't know if I want to do that from. Wait, where is Crusher now?
So Crusher, here's the door to the Gala that they're like approaching this way. Crusher is right there, like he's about to open the door.
To the outside where everyone else
Yeah.
is.
No, to the outside where these guys are coming up the stairs. So they're like coming towards each other.
Right. Okay. But if he leaves the doors and I see this, right, I know that he'll run into 8 people.
Yes.
Okay, I want to try to lock the doors.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have to make a test. They just lock. So
Okay.
Crusher, you hear like you put your hand on the door and you hear like a thunk, and like the deadbolt like locks. Like all the doors are shut and the deadbolt locks underneath.
And this is
It's
right
like right
before
at
the
end.
elevator bank?
It's simultaneous with you. Yeah, like there's a short hallway from where you are to the elevators, and the guys are coming up around either side of the elevator.
And there's no other access outside of the room?
Yeah, I mean there are other ways in and out. Like there's like a stage exit and entrance. There's a the kitchen entrance that they were coming in and out of.
Can't I also just say, Crusher, use the back exit?
Well,
Yep.
if I walk up to the door, realize that it's shut, and then I'm going to have to use some force, and I see people coming up, right?
You don't see anything because the doors don't have like windows in them. They're just like solid.
Well, the doors are shut. I immediately fucking just turn back around and run the opposite direction to the back.
And hopefully that's when I say...
Okay, I mean this happens all at the same time because Crusher and Bonbon, you guys are going at the same time.
Yeah,
So you-
regardless of what happens, I'm going back to where the cooks are, basically, and going backstage.
All right. Sounds good. Okay, so let's roll initiative for the next round.
Okay.
Oh wait, that's not it. Nice, sweet. I think you get an extra roll again.
I do?
Oh, right.
Goons. Okay,
No, I got a 7. Breakdown got
Oh,
a 9.
breakdown. That was breakdown. Oh, fucking crushed it.
Whoa.
Fucking sick.
All right.
Literally crushed
Oh
it.
my god.
So, 16, 9, and 2.
That might be 4 turns.
Let's see. You subtract 7 every time. So it's
Oh, okay.
16, 9. Yeah, 16, 9, and 2.
Gotcha.
Um,
I can't get 4 turns. 3's the max.
And then breakdown, you go on 9 and 2.
See, I don't understand Crusher's.
Me neither. How did he
So-
get a 5 and a
He's
5?
got insane cybernetics that make him hyper fast.
I spent over 200,000 on wired reflexes, and they give me an extra dice roll.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But we just roll 1d6.
Yeah. Okay, so Crusher, you're first and second.
Yeah, I'm retracing my footsteps back from where I was back to the back now.
Okay.
Looking for a freight elevator, an employee elevator, something like all that's on my mind is like I've got Hadia on my shoulder and I need to get upstairs. So I'm
Okay.
literally just running through whatever's in my way. If there's a table, I'm just throwing it out of the way or stepping on it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you like bash the door in, it goes flying off its hinges, and you run out into the little like prep kitchen. It's not the main kitchen, but it's where they keep food like heated, and they like keep the steam trays and stuff. So there's a bunch of like kitchen stuff here and a long hallway. And at the end of like once you bash the door in, you actually see two more of these goons coming around the corner into the kitchen. So two guys wearing
I prep
red.
a shotgun
red-
last.
Yeah, and you'll get to do that on your
Third turn?
on your 2 action. So breakdown. What are you doing? The Thunderbird like